Hello students, welcome back to JS Tutorials. We are glad to introduce ourselves. Now in this particular session we will be talking about waterborne diseases. These waterborne diseases session is very important for your many competitive exams like AE and EE. Minimum at least 2 questions they may ask you in your question papers. So go through the video thoroughly. Waterborne diseases are caused if you are not treating water properly. You are happen to get this waterborne disease, or if the water is been contaminated with any microbes or any harmful substances. If you happen to consume these waters, then these waterborne diseases can occur. These waterborne diseases can get broadly classified under 4 headings. Due to the presence of microorganisms in the water may cause you waterborne diseases. These organisms may be bacteria, virus, protozoa or fungi. Next one is parasitic ova. Due to the presence of parasitic ova, that is eggs or embryo of any parasite, if they lay their eggs on the water for breeding purpose, if you without proper treatment, if you are happen to consume these waters, then these waterborne diseases can occur. Next one is inorganic substance. Inorganic substances, if any industrial effluents, if it is not treated properly, if it get contaminate the nearest water body, then this waterborne diseases may occur. Next one is organic matter. Organic matter, if you dump if anybody dumps solid waste into the water, into the nearby water, partial decomposition of water, during this partial decomposition of solid waste in the water, if you happen to consume this organic matter, so this organic matter also causes waterborne diseases. Next, we will be studying in detail about each aspect. First one is waterborne disease caused due to microorganisms. First one is cholera. You know about cholera. 19th century, it is a great pandemic because of this cholera. This cholera was caused because of bacterium Vibrio cholerae. When this particular cholera is caused due to the causative agent, that is carrying agent called as housefly. When this housefly, when it sits on infected feces of any person, and again it goes and sits on the water, these bacteria is being carried through this particular organism, and if it gets contaminate the water, and this water if you consume without treatment or without proper disinfection, then this cholera is happen to occur. So open defecation, at that time open defecation was that is the greater major event took place, because open defecation, because of this open defecation, this cholera has been spread rapidly. Later they have realized and they have given the remedies for our open that is prevention of open defecation occurred. Okay, so when this bacteria enter into our body, so it attacks liver mainly, and enterotoxins are being produced. These enterotoxins, when it get mixed with the blood, it causes fever from mild to severe, and even along with the fever, vomitings and loss of weight, all these symptoms may occur, and at last at a severe condition the person may collapse. Next waterborne disease caused due to microorganism is Salmonella typhi, causes typhoid. This typhoid, it is also because of the infected feces. When the infected feces get contaminated in the water, if these waters are being consumed, this bacteria Salmonella typhi, it enters into the body, and it also produces enterotoxins. These enterotoxins, it starts with the fever and all other symptoms as recorded. So we can see this typhoid makes the immunity less weakens also. So next one is poliomyelitis. Poliomyelitis, it has been caused by RNA virus. most rarely occurs this particular disease. It is also one of the waterborne disease, poliomyelitis. It has been caused by RNA virus. Mostly we can see this particular disease in the below 5 years children, because they often play in the mud or damp places. These particular virus present in the water, if they can these virus, when they enter into their nails and if, or enter into the nails, and if they contain, or that particular water gets contaminated and happen to drink those waters nearby bore wells or anywhere wherever they like during playing, so this poliomyelitis will occur. This particular virus will affect the bone marrow and weakens it and softens that particular part, and it causes poliomyelitis. It is very rare, but it happens. Next one is jaundice. Because of water contamination, jaundice may occur. It is a small disorder. It may leads to even hepatitis C, that is enlargement of the liver. You know what is jaundice, okay? So that is the blood which is present. The blood cells, the RBC gets broken down very faster rate, and the broken down RBC converts into a two pigments or toxic pigments called as biliverdin and bilirubin. And biliverdin and bilirubin, when it increases its concentration in the blood, it causes yellowness in the eyes as well as in the on the nails. If this toxicity increases in the blood, it may leads to danger, that is to the person may collapse also. So even the enlargement of the liver, why? Because this breakdown, and because of this toxicity produced, or everything, the process happens in the liver. Next one is amoebiasis. Amoebiasis, it is also one of the major disease which has been witnessed as waterborne disease. It has been caused by a protozoa called as amoebiasis histolytica. Amoebiasis histolytica, it is a protozoan parasite. So when this amoeba is an irregular in shape, colorless, we cannot see with our naked eye. When it gets contaminated in the water, when this protozoa, when it gets contaminated in the water, when it enters into it, causes a severe acute dysentery and diarrhea. Diarrhea here means continuous loss of body fluids, either in a form of a vomiting or motions. So continuous loss of body fluids mainly, and the person becomes weak, and sometimes he can collapse. Next one is waterborne diseases caused due to the presence of parasitic ova. Parasitic ova means here the eggs or the embryos of any parasites, if they happen to lay on the water during the breeding season, if we consume that waters, when these eggs or embryos enter into the body and they found the favorable conditions in the stomach, and they will multiply and it causes their effects. First one is bilharzia. So, this particular parasite, the eggs of these particular parasites, when they release, when we happen to consume in the water, it causes kind of fevers like malaria fever, like it causes yellow fever in African countries. It causes yellow fever. So like in some cases we can see that elephantiasis like. So this is also a dangerous one. Next is nematodes. Nematodes are the worms which are present in the stomach. If the contaminated if this particular protozoa, this is a protozoan parasite, so the eggs of these, when they enter into the stomach, it goes to the intestine, and there it finds the favorable conditions, and they hatch and they multiply in nature. That is in the stomach only it will multiply, and it forms constipation and loss of weight. And for the children, it is nematodes, that is small worms present in the intestine. Next is flukes. Flukes also, when these flukes, there are different types of flukes. Of course, we are not going in detail about as we are concerned with we are constrained ourselves to the syllabus only, that's why. So flukes, even flukes are also, these are like small worms. When you consume these waters, when you consume these eggs or embryos, it gets attaches to the small intestine and large intestine. There it hatches and it multiplies. Even it causes the same constipation and all. Flukes, that is small worms. Next is Geneva worm. Here, this particular worm, it externally affects, mainly externally, that is like ringworm, hookworm. So that is the itching sensation on the body. So the patch formations, all these things may occur because of this parasitic ova. It is external worm which attaches to the skin strata, and it causes. Next is hookworm. Hookworm is also internal. When you consume these eggs or embryos, it goes into the intestine, and mainly small intestine, it hatches, and small worms will be released. So that is about your hookworm, waterborne diseases. These worms or parasitic ova mostly possible in the children, they get affected mostly. Next one is waterborne diseases caused due to inorganic matter. There are n number of studies about this. Due to the contamination of micro and macro elements because of the improper treatment of industrial effluents when they happen to release into the nearby bodies, these due to the runoff, during the runoff, many chemicals, many micro and macro chemicals get contaminate the nearest river, like pond, pool, etc. So if you happen to consume these waters without treatment, then there are many possible nature. First, we will be discussing some of them. First one is arsenic. Arsenic. This is also, it has been used for cleaning purpose, treatment purpose. If you happen to contaminate, if it happen to contaminate in the waters, then arsenic is a slow poison. It gets add on, and it becomes biomagnified, and it reduces the life cycle. Next one is mercury. As you know, mercury means we will be the idea is Minamata disease. So the Minamata disease is caused because of the mercury contamination. When during the cleaning purpose of the textile industry, it gets through runoff contaminated bay called as Minamata, and this this particular mercury got accumulated in the fish, and whoever ate that particular fish got the paralysis. When they got the investigation, they found out that there is a contamination, and detailed investigation has proved that this Minamata disease is caused because of the methyl mercury. Next one is lead. Even lead is very dangerous. At small concentrations we doesn't affect, but at higher concentrations we will have sure effects. Lead means lead. It may be because of the petrol contamination, because of the leaded petrol, or because of any smoothing agents. Lead is a smoothing agent. If it happens to contaminated in the water, if this lead is continuously consumed, and it gets biomagnified, accumulation, first of all bioaccumulation will occur, next is biomagnification. So thereby what happens is, because of this lead, loss of memory will occur first, and later it affects the central nervous system, and then it leads to the paralysis. Next one is cadmium. Cadmium is also one of the micro element which affects the central nervous system. It is like a. Next is sulfur. Sulfur, it causes the irritation as well as the intestinal effects. Next one is the fluorine. Fluorine, as you know, the Telangana region, they get most of the people, they get affected with this fluorine region. The calcium is being replaced by the fluorine, and this fluorine makes the bone brittle, and the strength of the bone gets reduces because of this fluorine. Next one is chlorine. Chlorine means during the treatment, or because of chloride is different from the chlorine. I'll tell you when we talk about water quality test or water quality, what is chlorine. Chlorides are different from the chlorine. Okay, so during the treatment process, if the chlorine gets more get in or contaminated into the water, then what will happen? It gets that is the irritation in the intestinal mucous membranes will occur. So that is about your chlorine. Iron also, excess minimum amount of iron required by the body is good, but excess amount of iron which leads to many diseases, even magnesium, it causes ill effect in the human beings. Next is nitrates. Due to the high consumption of nitrates, so these nitrates the nitrates are being contaminated into the water bodies due to the fields. Mainly they will be using NPK as artificial fertilizers. During the runoff, when these nitrates contaminate the water bodies, they get contaminated with the nitrates, and these nitrates, if they happen to consume, when the pregnant ladies, if they happen to consume, then these pregnant ladies, they will give rise to birth to a blue baby. That is the baby color of the color of the baby will be dark blue in color. That is blue baby syndrome. That particular baby will be, why that blue baby, the color of the baby is blue, is because the body or the blood gets toxicated with nitrates. Okay, those babies cannot survive more than 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, so that is about blue baby syndrome. So pregnant ladies, they should not consume this particular nitrate contaminated waters. So that is effect. Next is iodine leads to the goiter, you know very well, and so on. There are many number of micro and macro elements. We cannot discuss everything in this particular slide. You can write it. The next one is waterborne diseases caused due to organic matter. Okay, waterborne. So these are first one is diarrhea. If any by any sources, if the solid waste is been getting dumped into the nearest water body, this solid waste, of course it get decomposed, but during the partial decay, if these waters are being consumed by the public without proper treatment, this is casually this particular thing may occur. That is diarrhea, and also amoebiasis. These are the main two common waterborne diseases. First of all, the public may witness. First, diarrhea here, the serious or heavy loss of body fluids. The person becomes weak and also very that is strengthless. Next one, other gastric. If you happen to consume these waters, organic substances are very difficult to decompose, that is to digest in the human body, because human digestive system is it cannot synthesize cellulose and also other organic matter. If the waters are being contaminated with the organic matter, so many gastric abnormalities also we can see. So I hope you have understood this particular session. Thank you for watching. If you like these videos, please share, and subscribe. Thank you all.